what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah. Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah?
Yeah, von Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, who wants a treat, yeah? Keep listening.
Hello and welcome into the Thursday edition of Your Show. My name is Gary and we're so dang happy that you're joining us here today. We are still, as far as we know, the only show going live 4 to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, scheduled viewing we call it, originating in Saskatoon, dare I say Saskatchewan. And again, we're so grateful to be able to say that and to share that awesomeness with you. We also have a camera and we have a handler in the house right now. So this might be the greatest cam of all time. It is the Maggie cam. Let's see what she's doing now. Look at that. She's staring into my soul, and you got her vision, integrity, Maggie for Prime Minister poster in the background. Just to let you know she is running. The Maggie Cam for our fantastic pals over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. When you walk through those majestic doors, you say hi to this beautiful puppy's boyfriend, Leroy. Leroy greets people at their shop just like Maggie greets people at our shop here. Leroy walks you up to the till. You say hi to Mike and or Rochelle. They will guide you through your journey, be it all the new and amazing toys, treats, clothes, and so much more. They also have the raw food in the fridges at the back. All the food you need. And those buckle-up collars that are so hot right now, the Hansel of collars, if you will. They also have the matching leashes, which is very fun. Margaret, yeah, nice one. And the cleaning station. We're about to come upon puppy cleaning season. And boy, oh boy, they got one in there. You walk through the back. You go in. They got a little collar on there. You pop your dog right in, put the collar, little harness on, and you got soap, you got water, you got the dryer, everything. Everything you need for the most incredible cleaning your animal experience. All of that and so much more waiting for you at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. Well done. Well done to Maggie and well done to Brando. Very good. Don't forget as well, they're open after hours and on weekends, thanks to Kirsten, Char, and Chris, all right? Great service, incredible human beings. Love it over there so much. Speaking of incredible human beings, oh my goodness, he is back for another round. He was a mainstay, a staple, if you will, of the old radio show here in our beautiful city. He goes by a lot of names, but when he would join the show, he was known only by 2 words. He's Johnny Factoid. Woo!
Hello, everybody.
There he is. How you doing, bro?
I'm great, buddy. You?
I'm so happy to have you back. Your
I'm
chair's
glad
really
to be
low.
here.
Why is your chair
You
so
wanted
low?
me to pump up?
Well, I don't want
Oh.
you to be too low.
I don't know.
Pump me up.
How do you? Oh, there we go.
There
Better?
he is. That's
Am I
better.
taller?
I like that. Yes, you look great. What's the saying? When you clean up the yard, it looks bigger?
Ooh, I
That's
guess
you.
so. Hey.
Well done. How are you, buddy?
I'm good, buddy.
This is
glad
good.
to be here. Glad to
know?
be back. Nice day out there for you.
It's
Huh?
a beautiful day, to quote that guy from the band. So what he does is he shows up and he tells us a story, and then we learn something. We all become smarter, and it's a very cool system. So we will get into that a little bit. You're going to be sort of the co-host as we guide through
Perfect.
today's show, as we got a bunch of local stuff going on that we want to hit, including, by the way, advertising. We have a new ad, buyer. I'd like to say a new member of the family here. His name is Mobley Llorente. You'll see him on that back TV right there. He's with the Mortgage Group. Think outside the branch. Hit him up. 370-5804. Put a 306 in front of that, and you will be in touch with Mobley Llorente, our newest member of our family right here at the network, and we are so incredibly happy to have him. If you have a business, if you have an organization, you got a charity, you got an idea for a show, you think that you would be the greatest podcast host ever, come to us. We will put you in these chairs and you can prove it to everybody. We prove it all the time here. The best stuff going in this city is coming out of this incredible studio, and we're so damn proud and grateful to be able to say that as well.
The best, huh?
If you want to contact us with all those things, the reason I bring it all up, Phenom, I'm going to need you to do me a little bit of email real quick. Pop me up some email. Check this out. Look at that. That's how you get a hold of us. I've been working on the jingle too. Check out the jingle. You ready?
I like it.
Contact at dufferinave.com. That is the name. That's as far as I
Beautiful.
got.
Beautiful.
I'm working on it still.
Beautiful.
And then there's Mobley right there. And then we get to send it. You want to send it?
Send it.
On 3.
way?
So it's
Swipe
going to go
this way?
Oh, no, other way. So we're going to send it, like my hand's over here. I'm going to go whack and send it that way. So for you, I guess you're going to have to take it from the other side and
There
go
we
like
go.
that way. So send it that way.
That way?
Other way. One more. You got it. So you go that way. I didn't inform you this. So you got to wait for the
Delayed.
countdown. It's all about the countdown. Okay. Were
Yeah.
you guiding him? Uncle Brando's in the booth right now guiding. Oh, it's back. Okay. So now we're going to count it out. So I'm going to go like this. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Get out of here. That's better. So I love interacting
I
with
think we
graphics.
got
I
it
think it's
right
so
that
fun.
time.
As well, we have a website. Let's check out that website real quick. Here it comes. Dufferinav.com. Check it out. And now we can just, I'm going to grab it right by the
I'm going
right
to
by the
get you
top
this
here.
way. Here we go.
1, 2, 3. Get out of here. You're a little slow. I like that. Perfectly done.
Slow-mo. Just
Hit us.
putting, baby.
That's how you get a hold of us, all right? And let us know what you got going on. We are all about helping each other. And if you have something going on that's going to make the world a better place in this city, we are there for you. So let us know. Before we get into Mr. Factoid's Factoid for the day, we are going to play our first previously recorded segment, as we're going to check in with a couple musicians and our regular mainstay here every Thursday. And to kick things off, this is a guy I just met, and I fell in love instantly, and I'm sure you will too. Let's go ahead and run that one there. Phenom! Our journey to promote local music continues, and I'm so happy to have this human being next to me. He's the common Mick Foley, if you will. If he was in a Royal Rumble, he would come out as Mick Foley. He'd go back. He'd come out as Cactus Jack. He'd go back. He'd come out as Dude Love. He'd come back. This is what I'm talking about. 3 people in one body. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Booty Quiver, a.k.a. Jugless, a.k.a. Douglas. Brother, welcome.
Thank you.
So nice
Thank
to
you.
have you. Is it hard walking around with 3 personalities?
It's hard walking around with this giant hat, but it's the.
I thought you were going to dress up. See, I was a little worried. It's like, man, I thought he was coming in.
This is me dressing down. But,
There it is. Hell yeah, dude.
But yeah, the personality is just sort of something that built over the years. Like with Dr. Booty Quiver specifically, it was the band name first, but then I'm the only original member left. I'm the one who writes all the songs. So I wear the doctor costume when I'm on stage.
Hell yeah.
So it just sort of morphed into the doctor. But before I forget, I have a nickel here for Gary Nickel.
Always adding. People always give me shit for having stuff all over the stage. And you know what? I tell every single one of them, every one of these things has a story.
I got to give my brother credit for that one. He was like, give him a nickel.
Hell
That's
yeah.
good.
It's a great move, especially coming from a doctor.
There
You
you
know,
go.
that's how you know it's legit. And
That's
that's
what I
going to stay up here.
prescribe.
That's perfect. I love that. So
Awesome.
take us down the road. Give us a little idea. I'm sure you've done a lot of interviews about all this, and you've had a
couple.
million questions about everything. But I want you to just tell your story, man. Use this stage to tell your story.
Okay, well, thank you. Well, I
Absolutely.
love music, and I've done it since like high school. I've been freestyling since about then too, freestyle rap. But the first thing I did was drums, and then I was like, well, drums are fun, but you can't really write a song with drums. So then I started playing guitar, and the only guitar training I have is in high school the guitar class.
Oh, boy.
But and then everything else I learned on my own, and I just wanted an outlet where I could write really silly stuff, like about people getting turned into hot dogs, bags of wine, this silly fun stuff. Man, I have one about a fish man creature. There's lots of silly things.
Are we talking like, have we reached the level like a concept album? Is that something you ever wanted to do?
Well, this next album coming out is called Tales from the Booty Patch.
Hell yeah.
Which is
That's
pretty
what I'm talking
much
about.
every song I've ever done except for the 5 I already have recorded. But this is like me trying to get everything done so we can start touring and start
Hell yeah.
going with it. But yeah, it's a 20-song album.
Finally, yes.
Two volumes. So
I love this.
Called Tales from the Booty Patch. My dad will be drawing it. Gordon Mellismone thought of the concept.
Amazing.
And yeah, it'll be like a patch of cabbages, but the cabbages are butts. That's the kicker right there. I think that's pretty
Sticking with that booty theme. I like this. Booty cabbage.
Exactly. So I've been working on that for literally 7 years technically. If you count, like we did it all ourselves.
Yeah.
Recorded it.
I love that, by the way.
At my family's farm or my auntie's acreage, whatever you call it. We call it the farm. It's
Hell
not
yeah.
technically a farm, but we recorded in there, and we tried to do it like 7 years ago. And we failed. So we feel like, let's try again. Let's do it live off the floor.
For the record, that doesn't sound like failure to me, brother. It sounds like you had one test run and you perfected it, and now you're doing it.
That's right. You just got to keep going.
That's it.
You never give up. That's the most important thing.
Hell yeah.
And so now we're doing it, and it's almost like you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I just listened to all the songs today. I'm going to go and mix. It's all fallen into my lap. Originally, I had someone else doing it, and that sort of fell out, and that's okay. But now I'm doing everything, which is always sort of seems how it ends up, which is okay. But I'm doing my last pass. I'm doing like 5 more of the 20 songs. I have to like listen and mix them again, and then I have to master it. But it's a process. But I'm so pumped for it to be almost done.
Dude, I love hearing stories like that, especially since I've started this place, because that is exactly the mentality you need to move forward. Like since we started building this thing, I've made about 1 million different mistakes, just everywhere, all over the place. And I've always made sure that I didn't look at them as mistakes because they were lessons, right? It's not a mistake if you learn from this. What my dad always told me. And so I've had all of these learning experiences, but if you don't have that mentality of knowing, screw it, I'll just figure it out myself, and to be able to execute that. I spent my whole life avoiding hard work, including that, because that's what hard work is.
Yeah.
And then once I started doing it, I was like, oh, this is why you avoid this stuff, because it's hard.
I forget who said it, but failure is just the first attempt at success. That's a quote that somebody said.
Absolutely. and it's so true. And you and I are both like living examples of that. And I think that's super, super cool. So we got shows coming up. Let's promote the hell out of these. What's going on, brother? Let me know.
So this weekend in Moose Jaw, at Chillers
Hell yeah.
in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, the World Domination podcast is going on there. It's $10 cover. And I will be the musical guest, Jugless the rapper, my very silly brand of hip hop. And honestly, it's pretty filthy, but you know, we're warning you before you come, just so you know. But that is happening in Moose Jaw, February 28th, which is very soon.
Yeah.
And then the next month, March 28th, the same podcast is happening, but in Saskatoon at Black Cat Tavern, which I've played at Black Cat Tavern a lot.
Love it there. It's awesome.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing that again. I mean, I'm excited to do this podcast 2 times in a row. I haven't even met these guys yet, but I'm excited to.
Tell me what's the deal with the podcast? Like they do a live podcast
Yeah, they
in
do
like
a
bars?
live podcast,
That's
and
so
I think
cool,
they've done
man.
it before regular. And I think it had a different name, Catch a Rising Moose at one time.
Sick.
But then they
awesome.
changed it, I think, and we've been in contact on Instagram that whole time. So I was finally like, hey, can I get on this podcast when I was doing a tour last year? I was like, I don't know. And then they messaged me a little while ago. I was like, now is the time. I was like, okay, let's do it then.
Hell
Sounds
yeah.
great. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just, I don't know this guy, Ronnie Garrett, very well, but he messaged me, and I appreciate it very much.
That's it. And like we were talking before we came on here about how our good buddy Curtis Anderson, who we know and love so much, he's a member of this family
Shout out
here.
Curtis.
Hell yeah. He was talking you up big time because you did Strip Down.
I did Strip Down Live.
That was amazing.
Yeah, I had so much fun doing Strip Down Live, and obviously I'm a volunteer on that show. And
Hell
that's
yeah.
how we met originally. I was in media school, and I heard about Strip Down Live because my brother was on it,
Nice.
he was in a band that was on it, but he was also a crew member, and I was like, man, that's fun. I want to listen to music and eat pizza
Such
for
a great-
free at the end.
we like molded this place with the idea of it being like a strip down. I tell Curtis all the time, like that's one of our baselines,
There you
is
go.
trying to take that live sort of feel and bringing it out each and every day.
Yeah, and after I did that Strip Down Live as Jugless, he was like, you should talk to Gary Nickel. And I was like, I'm going to, because you
Yeah,
told me to.
hell yeah. And and the reason I bring this up is because like you did the same thing with me. You reached out, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, I got all of these other bands coming in with our 3 Hall. We love our friends over at 3 Hall. They have
I
their
haven't been down there yet, but I've seen a lot of
the open
posts.
mics
It
are
looks
just
super fun.
incredible. It's so cool what they're doing there. So we always have bands coming. I got another one, I think maybe 2 coming in today.
Awesome.
And when we come together like that, and you reach out. And I always try to be on top of things, but I get so, and I told you, like with the direct message on Facebook, I like never get in. I have so many unread messages. So that's why I was like, just text me. And then sort of, I put it into my brain. And then as I go, I look for openings during the week. And then I was like, all right, Wednesday noon, we can do this. And like, hell yeah. And you crushed it. And it's just having that like mind of, making room and going out of your way to help each other. That's what it's all about. That's the pocket. And when you reached out and then Curtis like vouched for you, I was like, perfect, dude. Because we have a very strict rule around here with 2 rules. And this is why this place has been so successful. There's no dicks, no assholes, ever. So if anyone recommends someone to come in, they have to pass that test, which you passed with flying carpets. It was perfect.
Let's go.
And then the other rule is no politics, no religion.
Okay, that's easy.
And when you take those 4 rules, it's incredible how nice of an environment you can create.
Yeah, I felt welcome coming in here with
that's
your
the magic.
beautiful
Yeah,
dog.
old Margaret there, the greeter. She sets the tone early. That's why I always make sure she's out there to walk people in, and she just wins everyone over with her cuteness.
Human Resources Department.
That's her. Hell yeah, brother. All right, so we got the shows coming up. Yeah. Where can people go to find all your stuff? Promote.
Yeah,
Get the word out.
I am on Twitch, Dr_Bootyquiver.
Yeah.
I haven't been doing it weekly lately, but every once in a while I'll pop on there. And I'm probably going to do the live stream of the shows. So if you want to come out to those,
nice.
Or if you want to check it out on there. And then my Patreon, Dr. Bootyquiver. I put on at least one thing a week, sometimes more. And this new album, if you want to listen to that album early, it's going to go on there first. And it's only $1 a month, $1 American, so it's like $1.50 Canadian. But like it's still pretty cheap, I feel like. And then obviously Instagram, Jugless the Rapper, Instagram, Dr. Bootyquiver. I'm off the Twitter now, but there's now Facebook. If you want Jugless, it's on there. If you want Dr. Bootyquiver, it's on there too. And then Spotify and Bandcamp also. Dr. Bootyquiver Jugless, if you want to check it out, it's all on there. Bandcamp to me is better than Spotify. It really supports the artist more, but to each their own. It's on Spotify too, if you want to check it out though. And I did not quite mention the last gig. April 12th, we got a Dr. Bootyquiver show.
Here we go.
At Black Cat Tavern. And this is a stacked lineup. We got Mother Lovin' Chesterfield, who is so good.
Yep.
Amazing harmonies, country band, the nicest people you'll ever meet also. And then the department heads, who plays like one show a year, it seems. But every time they blow everything out of the water, they're so fun. Think like the band Toronto. They sound kind of like them, like very good, like 70s style, hardcore rock, amazing vocals. Lindsay Adams is the person that I know from that band, and she is the lead vocalist. So amazing. So I'm excited about that. April 12th at Black Cat Tavern. And then Dr. Bootyquiver also is playing that bill.
See, and this is why I can tell you're a good human being. You're not just here to promote you just spend time promoting other bands.
Well, yeah, they're on the bill, and I always, when I ask for people to join me on a show, I make sure it's the people I love.
That's it. and that's the whole idea, lifting each other up.
Absolutely.
It's so easy, and we've seen it so many times, especially in the music environment, for people to see someone else doing good and they want to drag them down. Nobody likes to see others succeed, and I don't understand why that is. We all need to get that out of here and get back into the mindset of treating others how you want to be treated. And that's the whole point of this entire studio, this entire network. Yeah. That's what we're based on.
It's okay to be a little jealous, but be gracious, be kind, be courteous. That's important.
Yeah. Check him out. He's everywhere. Douglas, Jugless, Dr. Bootyquiver, no matter what you call him, this dude is so sweet. I'm so happy we finally got this in, and I wish you all the best in the future, and you're welcome back here anytime, brother. We'll fit you in. We'll make time.
Appreciate it.
Hey, absolute pleasure.
We're doing this money gun thing?
Oh, sorry. Is there a pimp with a money gun? I think so. Yeah, baby. There it is.
Oh, this is so cool.
Oh, that's great. See? That's what he does. The doctor is in.
All right.
I was going to say, it's got to end sometime. Hell yeah, buddy.
Thank you.
Oh, that's my dude right there. It was like stepbrothers. We just instantly became best friends. And the money gun, what a great use of that money gun.
Love it.
Well done. That is Douglas, a.k.a. Jugless, a.k.a. Dr. Bootyquiver. Be sure to check him out whenever you can. The guy's got a bunch of cool stuff coming up, and support local. As we say it all the time, support local music. And that's what we're doing. Speaking of music, hanging out with my main man, Johnny Factoid, in the house. Former radio superstar, now podcast superstar. When he joins the party, we become smarter. He tells us a story, and then we can then take that story and impress all of our friends with it.
That's
Okay?
right.
That's what we do.
Hey, press the ladies, huh?
Hey, easy now. Kids show. Hold on. We haven't even introduced Phenom yet. Phenom, let's go ahead and say hi real quick. Check it out. That's it.
There he
well
is.
done. Thank you, Phenom.
Wave.
Looking good. Okay, Mr. Factoid, what do you got for us today, bro?
Well, Gary, today we got a good one involving our fair city, the city of Saskatoon. And
That's where I live.
me too.
I
What
like
a
it.
coincidence.
Oh, I got you, dog. Don't worry.
Coincidence.
Don't you lose focus.
And a
I'm gonna-
big time musical legend, one of the biggest of all time, Mr. Johnny Cash.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay,
I wanna
so
get less of
have
that.
you heard the song "A Girl from Saskatoon"
You know
by
what?
Johnny Cash? Have you ever heard that one?
I know of it.
Have you ever heard it?
I think that I have, but I have a feeling I know where this one's going.
Well, okay, so that's a lot of people. They have not really heard this song too much, but
but
anyway.
we know it exists.
Yeah, it's out there.
That's
girl
the- that's
from-
the- that's the
Keep
club
going
I'm
to
in.
marry the girl from Saskatoon.
Yes.
That's how the song goes. Well, anyway, in late 1960, him and his buddy Johnny Horton,
Ooh.
country legend, good
Yeah.
friend of his, one of his best friends at the time. They were leaving Saskatoon, and I heard an interview. He was telling about the story. So they played a show in Saskatoon.
Okay.
They're driving down to Regina.
Mm,
Icy roads, middle of winter, good old Saskatchewan winter, right?
that's it.
So they come up with this song, and they start, they brainstorm. And so they write
Got
this
an
song
idea.
on the way to Regina.
Okay.
And if you haven't heard it, it's basically all about beating the winter to go marry this girl from Saskatoon, right? And so they get back to Memphis, or I believe where he usually did his recordings there.
Okay.
So they go back to Memphis, where they record this song. Comes out, it's quite a hit. It does quite well, gets a lot of radio play, and especially around Saskatoon.
Hell yeah.
So,
He said her name.
well, exactly,
Yeah,
right?
huge.
Everybody's loving it. Johnny
Man in
Cash is
Black,
talking about
dude.
Saskatoon,
Man
and
in
he
Black.
loved it here, right?
Yep.
So they ended up having, the next time Johnny Cash came through Saskatoon, about a year and a half later, they had a competition for a lucky lady to go up on stage, and Johnny would sing this to her. So held this competition, and this girl that won it was what's her name? Andrea or Alex Warchuk. I can't remember how to pronounce the last name exactly. But anyway, she was a beauty queen, pageant winner from Saskatoon, good looking girl.
Here
So
it
she
is.
ends up winning this competition. So
Okay.
Johnny Cash goes up, sings to her, everything's good. They meet her, and Johnny liked her, everything. So they did this competition. Johnny leaves. But then the tragedy is that this girl, she was a beauty queen. She worked she was a nurse at the city hospital in Saskatoon. And she was walking home in May, a year later, in May. She used to use the train bridge by the weir. She'd cross over. And all of a sudden, she walked home from work one day, and she went missing. Nobody had heard for a couple days. Turns out, a couple days later, some people found her murdered by the weir. And yeah, sad story. It's still in Canada's unsolved mystery,
So
unsolved crime. It still has
no one
never been
knows.
solved. They found the body. She was brutally murdered. And then this got back to Johnny Cash. He had heard about it because they became somewhat friends, or they kept in touch. And as soon as he found out about that, he vowed he would never sing the song again. And to that day, I guess he just never did. And that's maybe why it wasn't as popular.
People know of it,
as-
but we don't know
And-
hearing about it.
Yeah, so it's a good story, bad, but it ties the
And
legend to our city
The
forever.
Man in Black tied to
and,
Saskatoon.
it's-
Horrible
Yeah,
circumstances. What started as such a beautiful story.
yeah, hate
Really
to be a
went south
doubter.
quick. Yeah, well, that's
but
okay.
it's
Hey.
just the way the story goes. So
This is what I'm talking about when I say we always
What?
become smarter and we learn things. Today we learned that Johnny Cash indeed does have a song called
the girl from Saskatoon.
that he's never played again. Clearly not now. Never played for the rest of his life
Yes.
because of the horrific tragedy that came about with it.
That's correct.
Dude, thank you for teaching us yet another factoid.
No, thank you.
We're gonna try
Thank-
to bring the mood back up here a little
Yeah.
bit.
Okay.
And there's only one man I know that can do that. He joins us every Thursday, and I believe we're going to check in with him now. If you ever find yourself wandering around thinking, "What day is it? I don't know what's going on. Where am I? What's happening?" We have a good gauge for you. That gauge is this man Matt Young
That's
from
when
CTV.
you know it's Thursday.
Every Thursday, my
Hey.
man comes in here.
Yeah,
I'm always tired. He brings that energy, and then I wake up and I'm ready for the rest of the day. How you doing,
man,
brother?
I'm doing fantastic. It's good to be here. Finally, the cold weather's gone.
Woo.
Oh.
I'm wearing my quarter shirt.
There
Look at
you
that.
go. There you go.
I
I
was like,
love
I'm
it.
gonna
It's
really
like
get the-
summertime, and
That's
you can get away with like a light jacket. It's
Yeah.
amazing, and
Let the shirt breathe.
Oh, I know. Oh, so finally we're at least
We're
out of
here.
that huge cold snap, and it
Now,
feels good
please-
to actually walk outside.
Please tell me this is staying.
It is staying for a while.
Oh,
We are going
there
to
it
get
is.
now. It's going to temperatures in about a week will start to drop a bit, but it won't be like -20.
Perfect.
It'll be like daytime highs of like -6.
And that's the
or
beauty of our
-7.
minus 40
There you
days
go.
because we can handle a -20. It's like, oh, this is nice.
Well, suddenly, yeah, it's like -8 is like balmy. You
Bring
know
it
what I
on,
mean?
man.
So you go outside
Get
now.
the
it's like,
sandals
wow,
on.
Yeah, you can feel it. Can
you
wear
know,
shorts outside.
That's the best part of that nasty
Yeah.
weather is it makes you appreciate the not so nasty.
Well, and that's the thing, and I will say this. Obviously, you're starting to see like the water and the melt on the streets, so the potholes are coming out.
Oh,
so
here we
be
go.
careful out there. Are
Here
you
we go.
noticing? There's a couple
Yeah.
of big ones that I've seen over where I live.
It's so funny how they just show up too, hey?
Well, and
big ass potholes.
It's sort of like spring saying, "Welcome back."
Yeah.
Hey,
Ba-bum.
wake up, wash your
Yeah.
car, that sort of thing.
Go get some new shocks
Yeah,
and suspension,
exactly. So, but finally, nice to see the winter weather has at
Hell
least
yeah.
subsided for a little while. It's still too early to call it. I mean, it's Saskatchewan.
I was wondering if you were going to do it. That's why I was
we're
better safe than sorry.
I mean, we could get a blizzard in April, right? Yeah. But hopefully, we can start looking forward to March, and there's some light at the end of the tunnel. I'm going home from work now. Right now, it's actually light outside.
Isn't it nice?
I mean,
I
there's
love that.
the sun. You
Yeah.
can see it more, so
Good for
that's
the
really,
soul.
really good.
That's a snow. It's time to come out of hibernation.
Yes, that's right. Well, we've been hibernating, of course, over the last 2 weeks before the cold weather finally went away.
Yeah.
And one thing that a lot of people were hibernating doing is they were watching the Four Nations Cup.
Woo, dude, I gotta tell you, I went into this thing without a care in the world about it.
So did I, and
Yep.
now
It
it's
sucked
and
you in,
now
hey?
I care.
It sucked me
was-
into, I
And
know.
I think the NHL they figured it out. If you want to make the All-Star break work,
Yes.
and you want to make people care about it, national pride.
That's it.
right? And I don't know if you could do that in football. You can maybe do something similar in basketball, but national pride, and that's one way to make, because All-Star games are always like, well, the players don't really care. I mean, but now you put a maple leaf on them.
I will
care.
say one thing that I really, really miss is the skills comp. I'm a nerd.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I used to record on VHS tapes of skills competitions.
Which was always fun. That was
So
was good too. I
Hardest
remember
shot, fastest skater, accuracy. Just give me that.
Frady, I
Oh,
think.
remember
the
he
hardest
dropped the
shot.
boom?
Oh, I remember that with Washington. And people don't forget that. Remember Owen Nolan when he pointed to the net and he was going. And those are always great.
I recorded that game on 3 VHSs.
Oh, nice.
I did. I had the skills
Nice.
comp on one, and then on the two other ones, I had the first half and the second half of the All-Star game with the point.
Oh,
it was crazy. I wish I could
right
find them.
on, right
They were so
on.
cool,
Well, if you
man.
find it, maybe we can blast it on
Hell
the TV
yeah.
there.
Ray
one time.
Bork and the accuracy.
Exactly,
He was money all the
exactly,
time.
exactly.
Sergei Fedorov,
I
like
know.
Bure and the fastest.
You know what? And it was fun back then, but it's I think this national pride. It was neat.
It's
and I
so
hope they
much
keep
better.
doing it.
Oh, dude, this is
I
my
mean,
point. Is I'm happy to give those things up for this.
And everybody was talking about it, like hockey network, like TV networks that don't normally cover hockey. They were like, "Yeah, this is
crazy.
great. This is great."
Now, did you notice this? This was my other big takeaway was both sides, the United States and Canada, both talked about how big this is, how important this is, and all of the heaviness of everything involved in the rivalry. And the second the U.S. lost, it was just 14.
Oh, it's just 14.
Like, it wasn't even anything.
It's
You
not
know-
important now.
You notice
yeah.
that?
I mean,
The
I
second they
totally
lost?
saw that. I mean,
Oh.
they're practically trying to put guys in the hospital to try a
dude.
few days earlier, and then suddenly it doesn't mean anything.
Teams lost, like Matt Kachuk's gone,
I
Charlie
know.
McAvoy's gone. Like,
I know.
Teams
And-
lost franchise stars.
You don't want to see people get hurt, but
Yeah.
wow, people cared. I mean,
That's the gauge, right?
And now you go back to the NHL with your teams, and it's like even that's like not up to the level. So
I wonder what it was like for Marner and Matthews. in
I
that
know. You have
change
to
room
go
first
back
day
and
back.
shake hands.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Ooh,
sorry.
bud.
Can we work things out? Men fences.
I
We'll
wonder
buy
if-
dinner or something.
I wonder if, and this will play into what we're about to do. I wonder if Marner chirped him at all for getting lazy on McDavid out front there.
Well, we'll see. Well, the nice thing is we got a highlight of it.
Woo!
And I felt that we should watch this.
Yes.
We should rewatch this highlight for everybody out there because it's like one of those great Canadian moments, right? You got the 72 Summit Series. series, and you got the golden goal by Crosby. And I know this wasn't Olympics, so it was a really big thing. So here we go.
How much work goes into one of these? I just want to ask.
Oh,
you
well, you know how
before we get into it.
a lot, a lot,
Okay.
a lot of work goes into this.
But you're passionate.
But we want to show people a great highlight pack. So here we go with Chris Cuthbert on the commentary. I'm actually gonna take the mic and put it down there.
There we go.
And we're gonna play this right now. You'll see it on.
Do you want me to zoom it? I'll zoom it.
You'll see it on the TV up there. We're gonna zoom in on this. So let's do that.
We're gonna get right on it. Here we go.
Off the drop, McDavid went forward and nearly got a shot off.
This is so cool.
Carr sends it around. A partner waiting. Connor McDavid scores!
Woo!
Yeah.
You gotta do the celly. I can't really get over there, but look at this. And it's got the teams and the score. Oh,
And we got him celebrating.
this is it. Lifting the cup. This is our Neon Flamingo celly we always use in rec hockey. Bring it into the middle, and then everyone. Oh, he's doing the. Unbelievable.
There we go.
Oh.
That was awesome. So I posted that. I posted that on my Twitter account the other day because I was like, we had to watch that moment, right?
And it's sort of your thing, man. You're getting really good at putting those things together.
And you know what? I mean, part of it is just there's a lot of modding programs you can find out there, and you got to do some tinkering and of course the audio overlay. I just took a quick snippet of it and just put it underneath it, and then put it on a timeline, and there you go. So and the program, there was actually a guy who made a different mod. He made an Olympics mod of Blade of Steel.
Oh, no
so I just kind of
way.
took that and tinkered with it and sort of did my own little version of it. So it's great. So I put this on there, and it's fantastic stuff. And yeah, because I always thought, like, it's so fun to watch it in sort of a video game style. I think it got a lot of clicks, a lot of retweets. We got a lot of views. We got several thousand views on that. So that
Follow
was really
this
nice.
guy. He does
Yeah.
so much cool stuff like this. And not only
Follow
that-
this guy.
And not only that, you also bring all the other stuff because you're a news guy as well.
Yeah,
and you
yeah. We
have
got it
weather
all.
stuff. You got everything.
Well, and-
one thing
and-
I'm really liking is the attendance things too. I'm getting ready
Yeah,
for those again.
yeah. We're gonna
Love those.
start doing those again when the Blades and the Riders and
Then
the
it gets
the
going.
Rush when they get to the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start doing those. And now I just want to say this. First of all, we had tried to bring all of that and we put it on the Gary Nichols show. So make sure you follow this guy as well. Now what's really cool is I'm gonna try and do a few more of these and spice them up a bit. Now one other thing that I thought we'd do is last week we were celebrating video game birthdays.
Yes, birthdays.
So
Big one. Here we go.
tomorrow is a big birthday for a video game that if you played Super Nintendo, you probably will remember. And I just thought we have to mention this. If you're a gamer, this is a series of games that are awesome. Last week we talked about Contra.
Oh, yeah, we
the
did.
anniversary of Contra
Yes, we
being released for the NES.
Yep.
Well, tomorrow, Contra 3, Alien Wars for SNES, it was released 33 years ago tomorrow. And whoops, I got a clip of it right.
Dude, I remember being in Prince Albert.
There it is, right there, Contra 3, which was awesome. Well, awesome
Prince
game.
Albert in PA. We were on our way to the lake, and we were at the mall. And one of the video game shops had this on display. And it was one of those setups where you
man.
could play the first 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So I sat there for an hour playing this first 3 minutes over and over and
man,
over
you'd be there
again.
forever.
It was incredible.
Oh, that's great.
It was so
I love
cool.
that. I
And
love
it's
that.
a hard game.
Oh, now we
too,
got an
hey?
ad. Okay.
It's
all
a
right.
hard game.
It's not an easy game. It's not an easy game. Hold on. We were playing.
That's okay.
YouTube's got commercials now.
YouTube,
I pulled
get
it
those
off
out of here.
YouTube. I could have played it myself. I just
Oh,
pulled it off
of
there.
course.
But yeah, here's the gameplay right here. It is an awesome game,
Jumping into the tank.
and it's a hard game too. And it gives you lots of good replayability.
Oh, yeah.
Plenty of hours spent playing this game. So it was released back in 1992 on February 28th, 1992. The world was a lot different. I was like 9 or 10 years old. And it was.
This was a game changer, though, man. It
Oh,
really
totally
was. And it
was.
so fun. If you
And-
play the first two, it's like next level.
It's cool. It's cool. So that's Contra Alien Wars for Super Nintendo. A little happy birthday there from the Gary Nichols Show Happy birthday to
I
Contra.
love doing the video game birthdays.
It's
Let's make
neat
sure we
because it
keep
brings
doing
you back,
It
and
does.
we'll keep doing that.
Yeah.
I think there's always every couple weeks we'll make sure that we look back and say what game was released today, and we can talk about it. It's a nice little history lesson, and to be honest, I mean you can download this and play it on an emulator if you like, or you can search for the original cartridge. But the emulator is easier to play because you just have to download it, and there you go. So
There's the tank. There's the tank I was
there it is
talking
right there,
about, yeah.
and then you get it, and
Boom.
now you just steamroll,
Yeah,
right? You
now
know what
it's
I mean?
go time. Yeah, roll over everybody.
Oh
What a
man,
great
I used
game.
to. There was a buddy of mine. We used to have like when we were kids. Used to like sleep over your buddy's house.
Always.
We played video games like 3 a.m. One good one is it was Sega Genesis Vector Man. If you ever played Vector Man for Sega Genesis, that's an awesome game. That one's really really fun. I remember playing that one
What
too.
did Vector Man do? Did he have
It
like
was kind of like Contra, a little bit like that. Like it was a platform shooter
Yeah.
game. But it was really good. We can do a review of that sometime when the anniversary of that one comes up too. But
I'm looking forward to
Contra,
it, buddy.
Vector, all these shooters were always great. And so happy birthday to Contra 3,
happy
Alien
birthday.
Wars for SNES. Hey, there we
Yeah,
go.
congratulations to
we'll have a
Canada
little
again.
cake. Congratulations to Canada.
We got a lot going on. Real quick,
Canada.
update us. Local sports, my man.
Okay, let's talk a little local sports. So, the Saskatchewan Rush, massive battle
So hot.
this weekend at Saskatoon Center. Like
Yes.
this is a battle for first place. They're taking on the Buffalo Bandits. Rush are 9-2. The Bandits are 8-1.
Oh, so this is
and
like-
and
this is
that
it.
is a huge game.
Aren't they named like the Mega Bowl or something like that? Is there a name for it?
Oh,
I thought I
they
saw
haven't-
something.
I don't know. I mean, I called it a huge battle, but
Well, it's
but
a huge-
it's a big
We can
game.
definitely
And,
say that,
and
yeah.
more importantly, if the Rush can win, it gives them a really good shot to finish first
Oh, yeah,
in
'cause
the
you'll-
NLL. Then
you'll
you
have-
host the playoff games,
They'll
right?
have 2 games up on them.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right. That's
that'd be
right.
huge.
Because and now they've played more games than
Yeah.
Buffalo, but
Yep.
if they hand Buffalo a loss, it puts them up at least 1.5 games. The math gets dicey, but then they have the games in hand. So go
hot
Rush
right
at
now.
Saskatoon
Go
Center.
Rush, go.
College hockey. Conference semifinals. The Huskies we talked about. They had the bye last week. Men's hockey team are hosting UBC Thunderbirds
Here we go.
at Merlis Belcher, and it's I'm hearing it's going to be packed.
Well, yeah.
Lots of people are going,
course.
especially a lot of the university students. But if you can get out to Merlis Belcher, that's a 3-game series. So game 1 is Friday night, game 2 would be Saturday, and then if it's a 1-1 tie,
needed,
then
yeah.
you go with game 3 on Sunday. So you got that. And then the Saskatoon Blades are going to make the playoffs. They've struggled a little bit since their hot start, but they're still there. And now it's a matter of which seed they're going to get. Right now they're sitting at around, and I'd have to double check the standings. I think it was around 5th seed or something like that. But they're going to be in the mix. It would be interesting to see if they play the Prince Albert Raiders. That would be a great series because Saskatoon and Prince Albert in the WHL.
That's the rivalry, man.
That's
That's it.
always massive.
That's it.
So you have that. I'll be on the call for the Canada West TV broadcast
Nice.
of the Huskies UBC game, and we're gonna have John Flatters in the booth with me
Yeah.
as color. Jackson Emery from CJWW will be doing bench reporting at ice level. So we'll have all of that, and then if you can get out to Saskatoon Center as well for the big game against Buffalo. So lots going on in local sports. Like I say, a lot of Saskatoon sports teams. Don't forget women's basketball. They moved on last weekend as well. So cheer them on. So lots of stuff happening. We love it.
This is why we bring you in, my man.
Oh,
Matt Young from
Hey,
CTV.
man, I love it. I love
Every
it.
Thursday we talk everything hyper local in the city, and we also do a lot of video gaming talk, and we bring it all together for an amazing segment each and every Thursday. Bro, thank you so much. Always appreciate it.
you.
We'll miss you till next week.
we will see you next Thursday.
Aliens.
Must have.
So many aliens out there. Thank you again to the great Matt Young from CTV, stopping by each and every Thursday. We always love to check in with him. Thursday edition continuing. Got my man Johnny Factoid flying in the co-pilot's seat as we're going through a bunch of previously recorded segments. We just learned another factoid from Mr. Factoid himself, all about Johnny Cash and the girl from Saskatoon. And after the tragedy, he vowed to never play it again.
I
It's a
guess
crazy,
yes. So
crazy story.
Yep.
Still unsolved mystery too,
Yes.
which is very, very scary.
Hopefully they solve it one day.
Yes, here. If you have any show ideas, if you want to be involved with us, say you're helping out a charity and you don't know how to get the word out, you got an organization, a business, anything at all, you want to be a podcaster, we can help you do that. We are here for you. All you got to do, reach out. Let's get a look at that email real quick here. I'm going to try to remember my song that I made for it. Contact@dufferinav.com. Give us an email.
Love it.
I keep getting stuck
It's
at
like
the end.
that,
It's gonna
you
be
know, in the
something.
movie when Mark Wahlberg sings the panda. Hey, reminds me of that. 106 want the panda. Love it, Gary. Love it.
Thank you. I know we've done a lot of singing together, so it's always
right.
nice to get your 2 cents as we continue.
I'm not
talking.
trying
You
that
wanna- You want
again.
to smack it? There we go. 1, 2, 3. Get it out of here.
Ah, hey, we got it that time.
That was actually really good. We also have a website. Thanks to our good buddy Royal Anders. You can check it out. Let's pull that one up there real quick, Phenom. Website. It's just like the email, minus the contact and the app button. Dufferin Ave Media Network. Check it out. It's a lot of fun. It's a very simple website because I told Royal Anders, make a website that I could use.
There you go. Yeah.
How
The
many
computer
websites-
illiterate boys.
How many
huh?
websites have you gone to with a million
Oh.
pop-ups and everything's everywhere? This thing's so streamlined. You scroll
Yeah,
down and
yes.
everything you need. Check that one out. We're going to toss
Does
this
it
to you.
for
I'm gonna
ya,
Grab it
huh?
right by the
Oh,
Dufferin
oh,
Ave
oh, oh,
sign.
oh.
On 3. You ready, Johnny?
This way?
Other way.
Other way.
Yeah.
Okay,
One.
going the other way.
1, 2, 3. Get it out of here.
Ah,
Oh,
backhand.
That's pretty good.
Huh?
That's right. Think twice before it does that again. So we have time for one more, and this is a dude that we've known for a long time. He's a really cool guy. We love him very, very much. And I'm not going to say anything else about this. I'm hoping that I did a real cute. I'll keep going. Oh, you're good. All right, there it is. Phenom says it's good. I'm always trying to remember a good segue into how I start the previously recorded segment.
Yes.
I always forget them when I get
Yeah.
in here. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Top
I
of your head.
wonder who is on next. Let's go, Phenom. We knew right away that this guy is a pretty popular guy by when he walked in and the entire room gave you a pop, bro.
I know.
Earl, is that Earl? All
was
the
a
way around
lot.
the world, we had our
lot
guest
of
from
love.
Australia on. He also knew who you are.
Yeah, that was crazy.
This is my guy right here, Earl Pereira, in the house. So happy to finally have you in here,
Yeah,
buddy.
man. Finally,
Hey,
eh?
What do you think of the digs?
Told you I was gonna come.
I knew it.
I love it.
Isn't
yeah,
this
as
crazy?
soon as I walked in, I was like, wow.
We got so much going on here. We got our tooth booth. We got a recording booth in there. We've done some songs with that. We've done
Yeah,
the audio
booth
book.
is
We
sick.
got a second set over here. We got the Twitch stream, and we got this set. Like we're doing
You
stuff.
got it all, man.
It's all of ours. It's not me. We all have this. That's what I keep trying to tell
team
people.
effort.
That's it.
That's
and you
what
know
I meant. I
all
like
about
team-
that.
I like team efforts.
Absolutely. So you are here because of our friends with Bloom Entertainment and our friends over at 3 Hall as
Yes,
you
sir.
are putting on a show, my friend.
Put on my show. I only do one a year of these at home.
This is
So
crazy.
it's kind of, I guess, my annual solo show. And this time, yeah, 3 Hall for the boys.
Hell yeah.
And I mean, it's perfect for acoustic stuff, anyways. And that's my whole show. It's just solo, me and a guitar, doing my thing, singing songs, taking people on a little journey through my life.
I love that. do you prefer one or the other, or are they both special in their own way?
Oh, they're special in their own way, for sure. I mean, there's nothing beats rocking out with my band in front of, crazy crowds and stuff like that. That's just the rush that you can't
Absolutely.
beat. This is totally different. It's something that is how I started playing. And then when I got into doing stuff with bands, I didn't really do it again. And then I kind of came back to it during the pandy. And
Never heard that before. I love that. Really lightens the tone.
because you had no
Andy.
choice, right? You
That's
had
it. Yeah.
you had to do like acoustic stuff. So I was doing a live streaming thing, whatever you could to kind of get music out there and make people feel good. And then I just started. I did some tours, like solo acoustic tours, when I had some time off from the band, and then I just got so comfortable playing solo that now it feels like a special show.
I love hearing that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Get to do different stuff too.
yeah, that's like one of those classic things. Hey, like not a fish out of water, but when you're a musician, you usually have a lot of talents musically, and a lot of times if you're in a band, you don't really get to show all those things off. You sort of do what your role is, and everyone works together. But when you're on your own, man, you can
Exactly.
really showcase it.
Exactly. Yeah, I take pride being a singer-songwriter as well.
Yeah.
It's the one skill I think is the hardest skill to learn and to be good at.
I fully agree.
And it's just something that I really have embraced over time because you're nothing without your songs,
That's
right?
it.
And if you can be a great singer-songwriter for you can do so many things with it. You can help other people with their songs. You could write songs for other artists to sing. I could do it for my own band. It's just so many options, and it's great because you guys mentioned all my old bands. So I do songs from everything throughout my life. Even the first
really
band I was
cool.
in high school, I play stuff from that
That's amazing.
up until current Steadies times.
So it truly is like the story of your life.
it is.
That's
Oh yeah.
freaking awesome.
And I'm an '80s kid. You know, I grew up in the '80s,
Yeah.
so I mean, my heart is with '80s music, and so I do my own take of acoustic '80s covers.
Ah,
Yeah, and I've got some bangers brewing. I recorded some because I'm releasing music this
here
weekend.
we go.
And
Here
the
we go.
one that I'm really excited about is Robert Palmer's "I Didn't Mean to Turn You On" acoustic. I'll always love that song. I've always
Man,
wanted to
the
cover
great
it,
Robert Palmer.
and now I'm doing it. And then I have some duets with some amazingly talented female artists, friends of
I'd
mine from
expect nothing less
across the
from you, of
country.
course.
So, you know, a bit of everything.
Now, I want to switch gears a little bit here and talk about the importance of open mics and the movement that is going on with Bloom Entertainment and 3 Hall of bringing music back to Broadway. That's a big thing we've been talking about. You're a guy who has been around these parts. You know what it used to be like. You know what it is now, and everything in between. The journey, both going up to the Pandy and then trying to bring it all back.
Yep.
How important are nights like this, open mic night, and all the stuff that they do over there? I know this is a you show, but just in general, the stuff they're doing,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so cool, man.
Well, you know, I'm a mentor for Sask Music as well, right? So when I'm mentoring like younger up and coming musicians, you know, the first thing I tell them is go to open mics.
Get your reps in.
Get your reps in,
I say it all the
because
time.
it's, you know, if you can't get shows yet, these are like little mini shows.
Yeah.
You
can learn so much.
You can learn so much. You can hash out, you know, what works, what doesn't work. You get used to playing in front of people and engaging with the crowd, because I always teach how to engage, because that's kind of my thing. You know, that's the whole point of being at a live show. It's not just to watch someone play music. It's to feel like you're a
Feel
part
it.
of
Feel
something.
everything, yeah.
And when you do it right, an open mic, I mean, it can get pretty magical. Like some of the stuff that happens at them, and people love it. People
Yeah.
love seeing that spontaneity,
We-
that the magic.
We've had a bunch of bands come through here now since they sort of started this campaign. And some of them has been like their first ever like open mic nights. Others have talked about how they used to go to some and then they didn't and they came back. And because of those open mic nights, they've met members that then formed bands together. And it's exactly what you say. Getting those reps in and getting out there and experiencing being live on a stage. That's a big part of it. But also being surrounded by like-minded people who also want to do music. Like the ability for you to grow as a musician, it's all there. It's everything you need. You just got to keep going and keep getting your reps in.
You do, and that's the thing. You know, it's a communal thing.
Yeah.
That support that you show when you're there supporting other musicians up on stage, you get it right back from them when it's your
Hell yeah.
time to get up there. And
Yeah.
it's it's the community that's what our music community was very strong for so long, and then kind of got broken for a while there when you couldn't do it. And then, you know, all of a sudden you see like open mic nights like at Capitol, like we're no longer, you know, and that was the big one that everyone would go to weekly on those Tuesdays. My former bandmate and best friend, who we lost back in 2017, the founding member of the Steadies, Juice Lee,
Juice.
he lived at the open mics, you know, and I regret not going to more of them with him, because that was a time for him to be able to shine and showcase what he can do outside the Steadies as well. And people just, you know, would come to our shows because they're fans of him and what they saw at the open mic. They
It's
might
family.
not
It's
even
family,
necessarily Steadies fans, right? So it's pretty cool what can come out of them.
Dude, I'm so happy to have you here to introduce you to this incredible place, because we've talked over the years and we've always been, you know, big fans of supporting local music. And it's so nice to know that there's these things coming back and there's this movement of bringing live music to us. Now, you're talking about
Yes.
some stuff going on. Get us updated on everything. This is your time. Promote the hell out of whatever you got going on. brother.
Everything. Okay.
Get it all out
okay.
there.
So the immediate future, we got my solo show at 3 Hall, March 1st, this Saturday, right off Broadway, the old Hose and Hydrant, in case
Hell
people
yeah.
don't know. And it's My opening act is a local musician. She plays saxophone in Skyravan.
I was so mad when Kinger said that she wasn't making it in because I wanted to meet her. 'Cause
Oh yeah, she's great. Michelle
incredible.
Lee Clausen.
Yeah.
So she's been doing a lot of hitting up the open mic circuit around the city, and I see that. I noticed that, and so when I went and chose who I wanted up there, I was like, I want to choose someone that's out there hustling and
putting the work in.
and putting the work in.
Yep.
So it's gonna be a great night. I'm gonna have a bunch of special guests. My oldest sister might be coming up to sing a song with me.
Here we go.
And she's a great singer too, so people might not know that. So she's
Pretty sure like your whole family's pretty pretty
yeah,
good at the old
everyone's
music thing,
everyone's
yeah.
pretty musical for sure. And then right after that, next week I'm back on the road with the boys. We're playing in Banff, and then flying straight from Calgary to Puerto Vallarta. Man, we've got 14 shows in 14 days.
How do you line that up real quick?
It's
Is that all just connections? Just people you know?
yeah, but wow, it's
incredible.
it's a
I had no
mess.
idea it was that long.
It's hard, man.
2
It's hard to plan
weeks.
something like this. It's been difficult, but it's all going to be worth it once we
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah.
And we're at the Roxy Rock House, which is the Hard Rock Cafe basically.
in PV?
In PV, yeah, you know it. So that ends our week. So yeah, we got 8 shows in PV. We're doing a lot of double days too. We'll play
jeez.
one venue during the daytime,
And then the night,
and then at nighttime go to
man,
another
that's
one.
a lot of music. Dude.
Yeah, driving around, cruising around. So we're gonna have a time. It's gonna be work though. Like we're gonna be touring. It's gonna feel
Yeah.
like we're on tour. We're gonna have a blast.
Yeah.
And then the next week that we're there, we are doing a whole resort. So this is the one we invited friends to come to. You're still invited, man. There's still room. You and Kinger should come,
Dude,
take a
I can't-
room.
that-
We have a private resort booked. Bunch of our friends and us.
I would love to. Since I've started this place, I don't go out because what you realize pretty quick, I'm sure you've noticed this as well, when you don't have a normal job, the only time you can get people with normal jobs and families to do anything is on weekends. So once I
Yes.
started this place, my weekends just disappeared.
This
It's
is
like we
true.
record a show at 2:00, we record a show at 11, we record a show at 7, and it's the only time these people can get in.
You
So
gotta
I've
hustle,
been,
man.
and that's it. I have to tell myself that, but at some point it's gonna be like, okay, you have to figure this out.
Gary Nickel
Because
needs vacations too, man.
That's what I'm saying. I have to remind myself that, but I'm waiting until we get things off the ground and really rolling.
Yes.
So
yeah.
the
Okay.
hustle,
Next
man.
one.
Yeah.
The next one.
And boy, oh boy, I would
you are
love to
coming.
get out there.
Yeah, and
That's
it's
so sweet.
And a lot of exciting things that I can actually talk about right now because they've already been announced. We are now signed to the biggest agency in the country called Pecan or Paquin, whatever people want to say. Paquin Artist Agency.
Love
Mhm.
it.
Yeah.
So that's a big move.
It's a big win so far, and I mean they're tied directly in with Live Nation, so it's gonna be really interesting to see the tour pairings we're gonna be able to get on.
It's a lot of big names that go through Live Nation.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
one thing I learned at the radio station. A lot of names are rolling.
Yeah. So we'll see what's gonna happen this year. It's exciting, and then of course the next Steady's record. We haven't put out a full record in a while since before the pandy, just before. It was kind of happened during, so that was kind of.
Well, I remember that because we
didn't
right
really
before
get
the
to tour.
pandemic, you had the big signing, right? And you were getting ready, everyone was set to go, and then it's like just jokes,
Yeah.
and they threw the brakes on you.
Exactly, and then
I'm happy you're
since
getting
then
back to that.
we're signing to a new label now
Yeah.
that are kind of directly tied in with our agency as well. So it's all
Everybody's
kinda,
winning.
lots of good,
love
lots of stuff's happening this year. We got to take a step back to move a bunch of steps forward, but it's gonna be fun, man.
I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I'm so
I'm
excited
super
for
stoked.
you. I love seeing, just like you, I love seeing when guys put in work. I love seeing it pay off, and you're doing that all the time.
I
And
appreciate
it's
it.
so
So
cool
are you,
to have
man.
that. Well, this is it. When you
Mhm.
go out there, and you're putting in the work, and if people notice, that's the way it should go, right? Like that's how that's what normalcy should be. If that's the word, I don't even know. But if you put in work, we say it all the time. Get your reps in, it will pay off, no matter what it is that you're doing.
No matter what it is,
And-
stay
and do
focused
that.
and enjoy it as well while you're doing it.
Don't forget to take time to
some time to
smell the
enjoy it,
roses.
and
Yeah.
I didn't really know how to do that, or know to do that too much when I was younger,
Mm-hmm.
when crazy things were going on with my old band. But now it's you appreciate being
Everything.
older and wiser,
Yeah.
but still young enough to have the energy to to
That's
keep
the
going,
key.
right?
That's the key. I'm always looking for that energy. It's
Yeah.
tough. It's
It
tough.
is, you know, it is tough. But,
But when
I
you're
got
passionate, you'll find it.
passion find it, and I got some younger bros with me to help. You know,
Keep that energy
me-
up.
Keep my energy up. Yeah.
I love that, dude.
For
Well, hey,
sure.
I got to tell you, thank you again for making it in. Best
Hey,
of luck
thanks
to
so
you
much,
on
man.
Saturday. I'm pulling for you. And that tour, man, I can't wait to hear how that goes. That's going to be wild.
Can't wait. I can't wait to hear the new singles coming out, man. I played it for Joel, and he
Advocate
freaked
Joel's
out.
my dude. Hey, just so you know, once that's out, once you're back, you're welcome back here again. We'll
All
promote
right,
the hell
man.
out of it, okay?
All right, sounds great.
His name is Earl Pereira,
wait.
Saskatoon legend. This is our guy. Check him out this Saturday at 3 Hall. Thank you again. So pumped.
Yes, sir.
Take care, and we'll see you again soon.
We'll see you soon, man.
It's so fun. Man, I've seen that guy play so many different places around this province.
Yes.
Hey?
Different bands.
So
oh
fun.
yeah.
Great job. Great job,
Earl.
everybody. What a fantastic show today. I think we got to wrap it up here as Uncle Grandma has entered the premise, which means it is time to... Oh, hold on, Davey. Davey's sending a message.
Oh.
Dad wants to know if Earl and the Steadies are going to be in Puerto Vallarta between March 3rd and 14th. Yes, Davey, I believe they are.
Ooh.
I will get the details for you. They're doing their Mexico tour and they're
Nice.
in
The
PV. At
folks will
the
be
Hard
there.
Rock in PV.
Nice.
So I'll get some more details. You guys go support our good buddy Earl. See? Interacting.
old Earl.
I love how this is like the text line to the show.
Yep.
And
Yep.
sometimes people call,
see
too.
something
Yeah.
on there. Gary,
Give us
get
a
the
call.
message
Let us
through.
know.
Let's
That's
go.
what we do.
Hey.
Phenom, why don't you go ahead and wake Frankie up and we can play our way out of here so we can get Uncle Grandma's story time ready to go. You don't have the headset in, so you can't hear the piano right now?
No.
But it's going.
Team.
You ever see anyone play it?
You were telling me about
on
it.
Tuesday, every Tuesday, the All Out of Angst podcast, new episode out today. Check it out anywhere you find your audio podcast, including the Spotify's and Apple's and all the other ones. What's the big one? I guess Spotify's.
Quad, probably. Hey.
Yeah. Either way, check it out. It's a really
There
fun
you
show.
go.
And now I forgot what I was saying.
I don't know.
Can't win
Earl,
all.
PV, something.
Nah, it's all good. It'll come.
Going golf. Sim, was it?
We are Golf Sim. We got Uncle Grandma.
There you go.
And Phenom, do you remember what I was trying to say? No, probably not. Hey, okay. Hey, we almost nailed a perfect show. We don't ever want to have a perfect one. I'll tell you
Can't
that.
be perfect,
That's the
buddy.
beauty of going live, though, Johnny. And this is why no one does it.
Okay.
Because you make mistakes all the time.
Oh,
All the time. And if you are
Yeah.
trying to run a business where you don't allow mistakes, it's a very bad way to do business.
yes.
But if you're here where you embrace your mistakes, boy, oh boy.
Gotta laugh at them, right?
That's it. We're going. We're real human beings just like you, and that's why it's so damn special. Thank you to CTV's Matt Young, stopping by earlier today like he always does on Thursdays, as well to our guy, Jugless, a.k.a. Douglas, a.k.a. Dr. Booty Quiver. Check him out. He's in Moose Jaw. He's
Love
in
it.
Saskatoon. He's got a bunch of shows coming up. An amazing dude. And to our friend Earl Pereira.
Love it.
Fantastic job. Love. Oh, yeah, he's going to Mexico. Mom and Dad are going to Mexico.
Yep.
We'll see Earl there. There it is. I knew it would come back. To Uncle Brando, who was on the Twitch stream earlier today. We wrapped River City Ransom and Chippendale's Rescue Rangers. It was fantastic. Dufferin Ave Media on Twitch. You can check it out there. And to Phenom, give yourself a wave here, buddy. Let's see ya. Let's see. There he is. The only hand in the business. That's my dude.
Hand model. I've seen that hand before.
Big time. And Uncle Grandma has someone else here. I'm not sure who it is, but I want to give them some love too. Whoever that stranger is, thank you for being a part of this. We'll be back tomorrow with a Friday roundtable. Hardcore, I should be in the house. Uncle Brando will be in the house, and so much more. It's going to be a fantastic time. Until then, have the most incredible Thursday evening of your life. And remember, treat people how you want to be treated. If you start doing good things, they'll start happening to you. And if you don't believe that, take a look at this magical place. All this place does is chase dreams, and it's all because karma is real, okay? Be kind, and we will all be a part of this again tomorrow. You take care. Have a great night.